What's up, folks? Now, I was planning on doing this video in December, um, but we're going to do it prematurely because of some things that have been going on in my personal life and everything. But December 28th marks 5 years since my wife left me and the kids. I've since moved on from that. Since I've healed from that, I've been in other relationships and been burned, and a lot of y'all that have followed me, a lot of y'all that know me have, kind of know the story already. But here's the thing, for those of you that don't know the full scope of it, is that whenever I was with my kids' mom, she was my world, and she was my everything. My every day-to-day life, from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, my whole world revolved around her. What's it going to take for me to keep her happy today? What's it going to take for me to keep a smile on her face? What's it going to take for me to keep this woman in my life? I'd never loved anybody as much as I loved her in my life. This is a woman that I loved more than myself. So 3 days after she left, I get that phone call, and I found out the truth. Now, it was a truth that I knew deep down in my soul. I knew, but I didn't want to believe it. And it was New Year's Eve. We were going into '08. '08 was the new year. And I was home with my children. And one of my very dear friends called me up and had gotten the information for me. I laid it all out. And there was no living in denial from that point on. There was no denying it. There was no me blaming myself for it. I had to face the fact that I'd been living a lie for years. And like I've said before, the man I was died that night. It may sound silly to some people, I don't know, but the person I was then ceased to exist. For the longest time, I didn't have the capacity to love anymore. And through time, I found myself having feelings for other women along the way, and having different relationships, and falling in love with these girls, and only to get burned again. Now, whenever you love somebody as hard as I loved my wife, and they leave you, when they betray you and they leave, you think about it like a fucking tree, man. That love you have is like a tree. And trees grow big-ass roots. As much tree is above ground, that's how much roots are below ground. Now, what happens when you yank that tree out? It leaves a big hole. And that whole marriage falling apart, it left a pretty big scar. Pretty big fucking hole. And, there's people along the way that I've dated and loved since, but I could never love them on that level. And when they were removed from my life, I felt like I lost another piece of myself. That can only happen so many times, folks. You can only go through that so many times before you got nothing left. So see, after going through these kind of things, after having to rebuild myself, it's created a lot of problems in my personal life as it is now. You know, and it's not fair for anybody that I'm with, because I'm not able to give this person what I gave that person. I'm not able to love this person the way I love that person. I just don't have it in me, you know. I've even been asked and accused of still loving my ex-wife. And to me, that's utterly fucking ridiculous for anybody to even think that. After what my kids and myself have been through due to that, no. There's nothing there. It's dead, you know. And there's her, and there's other girls in my life who I had said in the past that I'll always love them. That part of me will always love them. But when they left, they took that part with them. You know what I'm saying? The part that will always love them is gone now. So here I am today, 5 years later. The man that I once was, 5 years dead. Because here I am again, still trying to move forward. Except this time, I'm nothing but damaged goods.